Hey guys, what's up? It's Tom here today, and today we're going to address the Eternal Winter Cycling Challenge question. What do you wear on your bike commute in the winter? I get this question a lot, and I've had a lot of time to think about it. I've tried lots of different ways, and what I've learned is that dressing for a winter bike commute comes down to two different approaches. And so today I think we'll look at both those approaches. We'll give you the pros and cons, and then you can decide what works best for you. Okay, so those two approaches come down to this pile and this pile. We'll say this is pile A, we'll call it the dress for your destination pile, and pile B is dress for the journey pile. Here's what I mean. This pile is just wearing the clothes you wear to work. You dress for where you're going, not for the transportation mode you use to get there. So it's regular work clothes. I'll put them on, you get on your bike and you ride. This pile is the dress for the journey pile. These are the clothes you wear to dress like a cyclist. So I've got lots of warm gear, lots of athletic gear, all that wicking stuff that you hear about a lot. These are the two approaches you can take to winter bike commuting, and we'll try them both. Let's see how it goes. Pile A, dressing for the destination. It's possible to wear your regular work clothes when you winter bike commute. Here's a couple tips I picked up. Layer up if you can, and sometimes that means layering up in a way that is appropriate for your office. So a jacket, sometimes you can put a sweater underneath the jacket. I've got regular pants on right now, nothing underneath the pants, but if it's a particularly cold day, you could put some long underwear underneath. That helps keep your feet warm. Always wear warm socks, but of course it's winter, so you're wearing warm socks every day, right? I've got my beloved Bloodstones on. Luckily I can wear these all day at the office, so I don't even need to change, but if you have some boots that you can't wear at the office, leave a pair of shoes at the office, and when you get there, change out of it. But that's about it. I mean, really, if I have a few layers on here, I put my my warm puffy on. Not too warm, because you don't want to get overheated. Wear my mittens, and I've got this kind of cool thing, which came with one of my helmets one time. It kind of looks ridiculous when you put it on by itself, but your helmet goes over top. It's got these little tags for the strap of your helmet to go in, and it's pretty good. So that's it. That's how I dress for the destination. There you go. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so there was the first approach, and that approach is dressing for your destination. I just wore my regular work clothes and went for it, almost like summertime. So it's great. This is a really good way of doing it. It's easier to stay warm than you might think because of that body heat that gets going. As long as you keep your feet warm and your hands warm and your head and your neck warm, you're gonna be good. In fact, I find the biggest problem is trying to avoid getting too hot. So I often find myself slowing right down because I feel like I'm gonna get sweaty. And of course, if you're going to work, you don't wanna be too sweaty. So that's the big challenge. Other than that, it's pretty great. I mean, I think there's this impression out there that you need to be a cyclist in order to ride in winter, but I think this shows that you can just be a person who takes a bike to work. You don't need any special gear. You don't really need to do anything special. You just get out there and go for it. So yeah, lots of good advantages. I mean, the disadvantages are it's not much of a workout because you're going so slow, but then again, things are always slow in the winter anyway, so it's a bit different. It's a kind of a different experience. So yeah, there it is. There you go. Let's go try the other approach now. Okay, here is approach 2, dressing for the journey. So as you can see, I've got my athletic wear on. This is dressing like a quote-unquote cyclist. And so let me show you here. This is, layering up is very important here. I've got about 6 layers on. I've got a merino wool base layer, key for all winter activities. I've got a couple of mid layers that keep me warm. And then I've got this shell on the outside to help cut the wind a little bit. So that works really well. Down below I've got some long underwear. Then I've got some cycling pants. Cycling pants tend to be pretty thin. They're not really made for winter. You can get some specific winter ones, but they're kind of expensive. So here I've got long underwear, cycling pants, and then the ultimate winter bike commuter apparel, shorts over top of those. I don't actually know why people do this, but I see it all the time. I kind of think it's because most cycling pants don't have pockets. This is one way to get pockets. Fashionable? Absolutely not, but it's kind of practical, I guess. And the last bit, warm socks and some different kind of shoes. I've got some, they're basically winter hiking boots. They're waterproof, they're warm, keep the feet warm. So they're really good for this kind of thing. Lastly, I've got my balaclava. This will keep you warm. Your helmet goes over top of it nice and easy. I've worn this thing down to like minus 25 and it keeps my head warm. And then some gloves. So there you go. May not be the most fashionable thing, but it keeps me warm and comfortable. Let's see how it goes. Oh, okay. So that was approach 2, the cyclist wear, the athletic wear. And there are advantages and disadvantages to this this method as well. It's good for a workout. I find like when I wear this kind of stuff and I'm geared up for that sort of ride, I go harder, I sweat more, I get more exercise, which could be a good thing if that's your goal. So that's all cool. The downside is that when you're going to work, that means you are all sweaty and hot and you need to take a shower. So if you've got those facilities at work and you're looking for a workout, go for it. If this is just a casual ride, you just want to get to work quickly and get up and get in there, this is probably not the right approach. You've got to pack an extra set of clothes, you have to change when you get there, you've got a lot more logistics to think about when it comes to sort of getting dressed and getting ready and doing all that kind of thing. So definitely has its advantages, but also has its disadvantages too. Okay, so there are the two ways, the two approaches to dressing for winter bike commuting. I hope that was helpful. Hopefully there's some information in there that you can use in your commute. Either way works. I don't care which way. I just think as long as you're getting out there on your bike, your life is going to be better than it would be otherwise. So get out there and give it a try. Thanks for watching and see you next time.